Hi guys, how you doing? I actually wanted to make this video for some people before to just show them all this, but then I decided to, upload it on my YouTube channel. So we're going to be talking about 90 degrees, 180, 360, 720, 1080, and 1440 degrees flare. So to do that, for your 90 degrees flare, what you have to do is just that you just spread your clothes on the floor, like just spread it like that. It doesn't need folding or anything. So what you're just going to do is that you're going to multiply your waist measurement. You're going to multiply it by 4. The reason why we are doing this is that the circumference of the circle, it is 360 degrees. So for us to be able to, and a flare is in form of a circle. So for us to know the value we're going to use, you divide your 360 divided by 90, that is 4. So what you're going to do now, what you're going to do is that you divide, let's assume the waist is 24 inches. You multiply your waist, you multiply it by 4 inches, then you now divide it by 6.28. So that is the measurement you're going to use to cut your 90 degrees. I'm actually still going to show us a better way of doing it I'm still going to show us a better way of doing it. Then for the 180 degrees flare, what you're going to do is that you divide 360 by 180, that is 2. But then the difference between the 90 and 180 degrees is that you're going to put your 180 degrees, you're going to put it on fold. The 90 degrees, you're not using on fold. This 180 degrees, you're going to put it on fold. Then after you multiply your, when you divide your 360 by 180, you get 2. So you multiply your waist, you multiply, let's say 24, you multiply it by 2, that will give us 48. Then you now divide it by 6.28. So that is the measurement you're going to use. Then after that, for the 360, when you divide 360 by 360, that is 1. So what that means is that even if you multiply that one by that, your 24, that's the waist measurement, that's going to be 24. So what you just do directly for the 360 degrees flare, like just divide it directly by 6.28. But then for this one, your fabric is going to be on fold. It's going to be on fold twice. So that by the time you are counting it, it's going to be like, you're going to have like 4. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You're still going to see it. I'm still going to show you how to do it better in the field. Then for the 720 degrees flare, that means that you're cutting 360 degrees, you're cutting it twice. For the 1080, you're cutting 360 degrees, you're cutting it twice. For the 1440, sorry, for the 1440, you're cutting 360 degrees, you're cutting it 4 times. Let's assume we want to cut a 720 degrees flare now, and using the 24 inches as the waist measurement. What you're going to do is that you're going to divide your 24 inches, you divide it by 2, then that will be 12 inches for the front and 12 inches for the back. So you use your 12 inches, you use it to cut a 360 degrees flare for the front and a 360 degrees flare for the back. So after doing that, you now join the two, you join it together. What we're actually trying to achieve with all this the 720, 1080, and so on, is actually the fullness. It's the fullness, not addition to the waist. It's the fullness of the material, the fullness of the flare. So for the 1080, assuming, let's still use the 24 inches, 24 divided by 3, that is 8. Then you use each of the 8, you use it to cut a 360 degrees flare. Then you join it together. Then also for the 1440 degrees flare, you divide your waist measurement, 24 divided by 4, that is 6. You have to use your own measurement. I'm just using this as an example. Divide it by 4. Then after dividing it by 4, that is 6. Use 6 to cut 360 degrees flare. Then you join the 4 pieces. You're going to join it together. So I'm going to show you how to do it very well in the future. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and please like my videos. I'm actually still kind of up and coming. I promise to make better videos in the future. So, and that's basically it. Then the next thing we're going to be doing, I'm going to be showing us how to properly cut all this flare and all. So that's just it. The reason why we use 6.28, you're talking about circumference of a circle, and if you remember your mathematics in secondary school, that is what we use. So please, let's go to the cutting table. Thank you. Okay guys, so I actually decided to make a video for you later. So then this is my 90 degrees flare. I told you you're not going to fold it. It's just going to be your material like that on the floor. You get your material like that. It's just going to be your material like that. So now I told you multiply, because when you divide 360, when you divide it by 90, that is 4. So you have to multiply your waist measurements you have to multiply it by 4 inches. So I'm using 24 inches. When I multiplied 24 by 4, I have 96 inches. I have 96 inches. I don't know if you guys see, I have 96 inches. Then I divided it by 6.2, it gave me 15.3. But then because 15.3 is not that easy to measure, I just made it 15.5. So from the tip of your fabric, this tip right here, you measure 15.5. I'm actually the one recording and still explaining, so it may not be that easy for me. Okay, so I measure 15.5 from the tip of the fabric. This is it. This is my 15.5 mark here. Then from this same tip, 15.5, from this same tip, 15.5, you bring your tape rule, you bring it to another side. Bring it to another side. See? Bring it to another side. I told you from this same tip, the same 15.5, you see, I brought it here. So I got my 15.5 mark. Then also you still bring it again from this same point, you move it, then also here you got your 15.5 mark. Get your 15.5. So I was able to mark it round like that. See, I mark it round like that. So now I'm just going to join it and show you. Okay, so you see I've joined it. So after, this is the waist measurement. This is the waist measurement that we just got here now. If I measure this waist measurement for you now, you're going to see, it's just that I can't really measure it. If I measure this waist measurement for you now, you will see that it's going to be 24 inches. Like, after having measured it, I've measured it round. I have 24 inches, like 24.5 inches, which is still good because, you know, instead of 15.3, I use 15.5. But then don't forget, when you are doing your own, you have to add allowance. Like now, the way I use that 15.5, you can actually decide to make it 16 inches because of allowance. Sure, you get. Then what we are going to do next is that from this line, you know, this is the waistline that we just measured now. This is the waistline that we just measured. From this line now, you will now measure. You will measure the length of your, you know, what you want to use it for. Maybe you want to put it in a blouse. Let's say the length is 5 inches. From this length now, you measure your 5 inches. You measure 5 inches like this. Then you just have to, you know, you just measure it round. Like, I've actually done that. I've measured the waist. Let me just measure, like, I'll just be using it for as an example. I'll measure 5 inches. Like, maybe that's the length of my blouse flare that I want to use for. Okay, this is it. I've taken my 5 inches measurement. You take from here, you mark 5 inches. You take from here, you mark 5 inches. Put your mark. You take from here, you mark your 5 inches. Take from here, you mark it, and you join the line together. So that's what's basically it for the 90 degrees flare. Okay, so for the 180 degrees flare, you know, I told you we are going to fold the material. This is our material. I folded it. You see, I just folded it. I folded it just once. Just folded it once. So that means I just have 2 pieces. I folded it just once. Then after that, what I did, you know, I told you, you multiply your waist measurement. You multiply by 2. So that means that because when you divide 360 by 180, that is going to give you 2 inches. And you know, 360 is the circumference of a circle, and it is that circumference that we want. So you multiply 24 by 2, my waist, 48. I divided it by 6.28. And when I did that, I had 7.64. So you can either use 7 3/4, which is 7.75, or use 8. But I actually used 8 in this video. So now I've gone ahead like we did in the other video. I went ahead. Sorry, don't mind this mark. This is the mark for the back, something that we did. I went ahead from this tip. I measured 8 inches. From this tip, I measured 8 inches. From this tip, I measured 8 inches. From this tip, I measured it. If you know that me, I'm just measuring few lines because I can join it together. But if you know your hand is not straight, you can just measure it all the way around. But you must start your measurement. You must start it from this tip so that by the time you join it, it's going to be in form of a circle. So now I'm going to join them. So I've gone ahead to join it together. So now what you will do, let's measure. I'll measure this place and show you what the measurement is. Okay, so when I measured it, I have 12 and a half. Sorry, I have 12 and a half. See, well, that 12 and a half, you guess, it's because I approximated it, so I have 12 and a half. So, but you know, because it is on fold, by the time you open it, 12 and a half in front, 12 and a half at the back, that is going to be 25, and we need 24. So that is very perfect. You get what I'm saying? That is very, very perfect for the measurements you want to need. So that is it. You know, the difference, what we're just trying to achieve with all these flares, just the fullness, 90, 180 and all. So I've gone ahead, I've measured my 5 inches mark. You see, I measured the 5 inches like I did for the 90 degrees. Then you just cut it out when you want. I don't want to cut it because I'm still using this material. I just don't want to waste my material anyway. So you cut it out like this. You cut this place out. You cut it out. And you cut this place out. Sure you get. So that's just it. Now let me show you how to do the 360. Okay, so I've gone ahead to fold the fabric. I've gone ahead to fold it. I've folded it twice. You see, I folded it. So by the time you count the number of folding, you have 1. You see, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4. So that is how your 360 degrees flare. It has to be 4. You know, for the 180 was 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You fold it like this. You fold it first like this. After you've already folded it into 2, then you fold it again. So that will be 4 inch. That will make it 4 foldings. So now for the 360 degree, like I told you, the other one, you just divide 6.28 directly with your you just divide your waist measurement directly by 6.2. So when I did, I had 3.8. So I approximated it to 4. So I'm just going to go ahead to go and take the measurement down. Okay, so I've gone ahead to mark my 4 inches from this tip. Like I told you, mark your 4 inches from this tip, mark your 4 inches from this tip, mark your 4 inches, and also that is the line. But then be careful when you're marking. You have to mark on the closed side. You see that this side doesn't have any opening. That is where you have to mark from. So this is the open side, this is the closed side. You have to mark from the closed side. So now let me join it and show you, then we'll take the measurements. Okay, so you can see I've joined it. Let me now measure it so you can know the value. So what I have is after having measured it, I have 6.5. But then that is very good. Is the reason why I have that 6.5 actually is because of the approximation I did. So when you multiply your 6.5, let's just assume that half, let's assume that is for the allowance. When you multiply your 6.5, or you can even say your 6, when you multiply it by 4, you know the material is in 4 fold. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 24 inches. But then, you know, because of that 6.5, if I multiply my 6.5, if I multiply it by 4, that will be 26 inches, which is actually still perfect. It means that I have 2 inches allowance, 1 inch allowance on both sides. Sure you get. So then after that, I'm just going to go ahead to, you know, measure the length of my flare, measure like I showed you earlier. So that's it, guys. So having gotten the 180, 360 and 720 degrees, now we're going to go to, having gotten the 180, 90, 180 and 360, now we're going to go to 720. You know, I told you 720 is 360 times 2. So what you would do, we're still using 24 as our measurement, as our waist measurement. Divide your waist measurement, divide it by 2. That will be 12 inches. Then you add sewing allowance. You know, you have to join the two 360 degrees flare. You have to join them together by 1 inch. Then, you know, if you are making a blouse, you know, you have to have zip allowance. Let's say zip allowance of 2 inches. So that is 27. You divide it by 2. You know, I told you divide it by 2. That will be 13.5 for the back and 13.5 for the front. Then after that, you now divide it by 6.28, which is the circumference of your circle. So what I got is 2.149. So after doing that, is this 2.149 that you used to, you know, that you used to get this the radius, your waist radius. Then after that, also for the 1080 degrees, what you just do is 360 multiplied by 3. So that means that your waist is 24. 24 divided by 3 plus 1 plus 2. Don't forget, 1 is for the sewing allowance. 1 is for the sewing allowance, and 2 inches is for the zip allowance at the back. So having done that, okay, this one is going to be 1.5 because we are joining 3 together. That will be half, half, half on both, on each side. I hope you get what I'm saying. It's going to be 1.5, half on each side, 1.5. Then you add 2 inches for zip allowance at the back. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I told you half inches, we're joining 3 together, that is 1.5. Then when I did it, I have 27.5 inches. Then I divide my 27.5 inches divided by 3, which I got 9.166. Then after that, you're not just going to divide it by, you're just going to divide it by 6.28. Let me do that and get back to you. So having done that, I have 1.47, but you can approximate it to like 1.5. So that is what you're going to do. Then for the 1440, now I told you that is 360 multiplied by 4. What you will do is you divide your 24 by 4 plus, half inches with 4. Half inches for 4 sides. That will be half on the first, half on the second, half on the third, half on the fourth. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So that's going to be 2 inches allowance plus 2 inches for zip. That's going to be 28 inches. Then you divide your 28 inches, you divide it by 4. So having done that, I've divided my 28 by 4. I have 7 inches. Then that 7 inches, you're going to divide it by your 6.28, which is the circumference, which is used for the circumference. Okay, and you got like 1.1146 or something like that. So that's just it. That's how to do everything. Then to determine for this for any kind of layer cotton, to determine the amount of fabric you're going to be using, you just use the value. This is your circumference, wherever the circumference for 90, in this case 15.3, for 180, all these values that we use to cut the videos, you just take any one of it, then you add the length of your, let me use for 90 degrees for example. The 90 degrees now, you take your 15.3 and you add your length. Let's assume the length of the flare you want for your blouse, let's assume is 5 inches. You add your 5 inches to it, so that is going to be 20.3. So total length of that you'll be needing, total length of fabric that you put, total length of fabric you'll be needing is 20.3. That's how to determine it. So guys, thank you so much for watching my channel. Please do not forget to subscribe and please like. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.